The resource I have chosen to present today is called Go Noodle. Go Noodle is a website which forms a database of video resources to engage children in short and fun movement activities. This resource was used religiously in my most recent practicum classroom, and the benefits to the children in terms of behaviour and engagement was really excellent to see, so I wanted to share that with you today. According to the Go Noodle website, and I'm quoting directly, Go Noodle turns movement into a game and makes it easy to be active the kids' way, silly, energetic, playful and fun. Just press play on hundreds of custom created videos and gets kids running, jumping, dancing, stretching and practicing moments of mindfulness. The 5 HPE propositions. How does this resource, Go Noodle, relate to these? Well, I would say I can definitely see a connection to the first 4 prepositions, but not so much the 5th, include a critical inquiry approach. This resource is more for active physical engagement and doing of health and physical education, but a lot less of the critical inquiry to concepts underlying certain aspects. I began examining the early years learning framework elements, not just the overarching concepts of belonging, being, becoming, but also the learning outcomes, principles and practice. And I found, especially in the learning outcomes of the framework, that this resource, Go Noodle, and also HPE as a whole learning area contribute in some way to all of the learning outcomes in the framework. Well, I believe so anyway. I believe that physical movement can benefit kids in all of these ways specified in the learning outcomes. Children have a strong sense of identity. Children are connected and contribute to their world. Children have a strong sense of well-being. Now that's probably the most strongly linked, in my opinion, to this resource and to the HPE larger learning area. And finally, children are confident and involved learners. Also, in the principles of the framework, I can see links to secure, respectable and reciprocal relationships, as well as respect for diversity and also ongoing learning and reflective practice. And that's, of course, through the mindfulness and meditative exercises that can be found in the resource. And finally, in the practice element of the framework, I see an immense connection and relevance to holistic approaches to learning. In linking this resource to the Australian curriculum, because it's more like a collection of many resources, it does have relevance to several year levels and descriptors. But for this analysis, I have identified this content descriptor for years 3 and 4 in the movement and physical activity strand. Some videos in the resource make specific links to other descriptors, but most videos are based on movement. And in terms of linking to literacy and numeracy learning opportunities, there are various videos in this platform that link to literacy or numeracy content by incorporating movement to reinforce the content of those areas. For example, there's a video incorporating song and movement into counting, or another one using the body to make the shapes of letters and spell out particular words. Okay, so let's have a look at the Go Noodle website. So this is the page that you come to when you're going to log in. I have already signed up, so this is me logging in. So here we go. We've logged in, and let's get started. So you come to this page. I'm going to go to the categories so that you can see the different categories. We've got guided dancing, free movement, stretching, sports and exercise, kinesthetic learning, coordination, and calming. So that's your meditation type things. Okay, so you'll see in each one, for example, guided dancing, these are all of the different short videos that we could engage with. Okay, now you'll see that they're all around the 3 minutes, 2 to 4 minutes, which is great for, keeping kids' attentions for that certain amount of time. So obviously all of the ones that we've got here are physical movement exercise or guided dance as well, so the kids can follow along. So here we go. I'm just going to go into this one so you can see. So as you can see, There's music, there's people doing the dances so that the children can follow along. And when I saw this actually in use in the prac classroom, it was extremely engaging and effective. Okay, so free movement, this is another one. Look, this is yoga type things, which is important for well-being and calming, particularly after playtime. When the kids come in a little bit amped up on energy, that's one that you could do. In this one as well, you can see some more indoor activities, some kinesthetic activities as well. Skip counting, for example. So that's one that is linked directly to the numeracy capabilities, but using movement to sort of enhance the learning of the children. The feedback I received about this resource was in terms of the length of the resources. So as a positive, they are short and engaging, so they will captivate the students' attention. On the negative side of that though, there's obviously not too much in-depth sort of resonance of context or learning that can happen, because it is just a short, sharp, fun activity to get the kids either transitioning back into class, or to just give them a little bit of a time out from their other learning areas. In critiquing this resource, according to the two propositions of focus on educative purpose and valuing movement, I found a positive link between the resource and both of these propositions. There have been a large amount of research into the link between physical activity and enhanced cognitive ability, attention spans, and general health. In thinking about a focus on educative process, the key terminology is in the application and disciplinary knowledge being developed by using this resource platform on a regular basis. And the positive link to valuing movement is in using movement to enhance student learning in other learning areas. I hope you will find value in this resource. As I saw it in regular use in the classroom context, I was able to observe the many benefits which have been supported by the research I have undertaken in this assignment. Thank you.